Hello guys, so we are back, and in this video we will talk about switch statements. So usually in programming, switch statements aren't used that much often. We use if statements and the loops much more, but actually the time when we use switch statements is usually when we have much more options. And in that case, if we were using, I don't know, if-else statement, we would have a extremely large code which isn't exactly easy to read. Even the programmer who wrote the code, it's kind of hard even for him to get through the code and to find what he's looking for example. So that in that case we use switch statement. So now I will show you the basic model of one switch statement. So you pretty much type in switch, and then inside of these parentheses you have some expression, and the result of that expression is really important. So you pretty much type in case the result of this expression has value 1, for example, then do this statement. Okay, so in case the result of this expression inside of these parentheses is value 2, then do this statement. And then you can have a bunch more of these case values, and at the end you can use default, and default then do statement that was used for default. For example, if user types in some number, let's say he has two options. First option is to type in 1, and the second option is to type in 2. Then perfect statement for default would be incorrect option, for example. So if user types in 3, then this switch statement will check if the result, let's say the user types in 3, for example, and then we place that number inside of the variable, for example, which is called expression. I don't know, let's say that. And the program will check if this value is equal to this result, and so on. This value is not equal, and then it will do this by default. It will print out incorrect option. But actually, if user types in 1, for example, and then we place that 1 inside of this variable, which will be called, for example, expression, then this statement will be executed, but the program will still continue and check if this value is equal to the result of this expression, and at the end it will still print out this. So that is kind of a problem sometimes when we write some program, and in that case we can use break. Break, we use it to actually stop this switch statement from executing. So for example, if the user types in 1 here, the program will see that this value right here is equal to the result of this expression, and then it will do this statement, and then it will do this command, so break. And when program sees this, it will actually skip everything and go outside of these curly brackets and continue to do the rest of the code. So right now I'll write a small program in which I will show you how to use switch statements. For example, this will be a program for some company, let's say, and I will ask the user to type in his ID number and his password. And if he does that correctly, then I will say, for example, I don't know, I'll say welcome to the system, or just welcome. It's not important. So let's make a variable ID num for ID number, and I will actually set it here to be, for example, 999, and I will make a variable password, and I will set it to 1234, let's say. And here I will printf hello. Type in your ID number, then scanf %d, because I've used here type int, and I will place it inside of this variable id num. Okay, in this case I don't need to do the initialization of these variables, because I will actually ask the user to type in this number. Right now I will use switch and then id num right here. And actually when the user types in some ID number, I will place it here, and the result of this expression right here is the value of this variable. So I will say, let's say case, let's say the value is 99. Let's say that is the, let's say this is the program for the, I don't know, company owner to type his ID number, and this is like some machine that only he can use. And in case he types in good ID number, which is, let's say 999, then I will tell him to type in his password. Type in your password. And I will scanf %d and place it inside of the password variable. Okay, so right now I will use a nested switch statement, and usually everything that is called nested in programming is, for example, if it's nested loop, that is a loop which is inside of another loop. So this switch statement is nested because it's inside of another switch statement. So let me make that nested switch statement, and I'll type in here password. Okay, and the result of this expression right here will be the value of this variable. And when the user types in the password, it will place that number right here. Okay, so let's say in case the password is good, and let's say this is the password that is correct, then I'll printf welcome, for example. And it would be good here to use break, because if I don't use break here, it will still do the default, and the default is printf wrong or incorrect password. Okay, so as you can see here, let's say that user types in everything good. If this break wasn't here, then it will print out, it would print out welcome, and at the end it will still print out this, because we didn't have this break here to stop this switch statement and to make the program go right underneath this curly bracket. Okay, so I'll actually place a break here too, and I need to have a break here, because this is all of this right here is used if the ID num, if the result of this expression is 99. So in case it's 999, then it will do all of this, and it will do also break. And then I need to have a default, and it should be like this, default, and in that case printf incorrect ID number. Okay, and break at the end. Okay, so this is actually that switch statement that we're gonna use here. Return 0, and now we're gonna run the program and test it out. So we know that the correct ID number is 999, but I will try to do it like this, 123, incorrect ID number, so it's okay. Let's say I type in good ID number, correct one, and then it tells me to type in my password. Let's say I will make a mistake right now and type in 0000. incorrect password. Okay. And if I do both of these things correct, let's see what happens. So 999 and here 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome. Okay. So in this program, I've actually shown you how to use the switch statement, and also you've learned how to use nested switch statement. So that would be pretty much it for this video. In the next video, I will actually talk about loops, and loops are extremely important in programming, so make sure you watch that video. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel too, and put the notification bell on as well to be in touch with our latest videos because we upload daily. Thank you for watching and see you next time.